Okay. In branching instruction set, third type, return instruction. Return instruction. What purpose you are using return instruction means? Here in main program there will be a call instruction. Now to call the subroutine program, and always end of the subroutine program we have to represent the return statement. Then only the subroutine program finish, then return back to main program. Without return instruction it cannot return back to main program. For that we can use the return instruction. In return there are two types. First one, unconditional return. Unconditional return. Second one, conditional return. Conditional return. There are two types of return instruction. First one is the unconditional return. Second one is the conditional return. Here the unconditional return. The example RET. RET. This is the instruction for unconditional return instruction. Here the unconditional return means if the condition satisfied or unsatisfied, return back to main program. Next to the call instruction. The unconditional return always to return in end of the subroutine program. End of the subroutine program. What purpose we are using return means? Always the subroutine program finished, we have to return back to main program. So we have to write end of the any subroutine program return statement. Now the subroutine program is finished, then return back to main program. It will execute the next to the call instruction. This is for unconditional return. In conditional return there are 8 types of conditional return. First one, or Z. Second one, or NZ. Third one, or C. Fourth one, or NC. And fifth one, or PO. And sixth one, or PE. Seventh one, or P. And eighth one, or M. There are 8 conditional return statements. There are 8 conditional return instruction: or Z, RNZ, RC, RNC, RPO, RPE, RP, and RM. First one, or Z. The conditional return means if that condition satisfied. If that condition satisfied, return back to main program. Return back to main program. Here the return statement always to write in subroutine program, not in main program. Okay, the return, all the return, either conditional and unconditional. Okay, both return statement we have to write in always subroutine program. Here are 8 conditional return instruction. First one, or Z means return if result is 0. If result is 0. And second one, or and Z, return if result is no 0. These two for it comes under 0 flag, and 3 and 4 it comes under carry flag, 5 and 6 it comes under parity flag. 7 and 8 it comes under sign flag. Sign flag. When zero flag will be set condition means any ALU result, all the 8 bit starting from D0 to D7, all the 8 bit 0. Now the zero flag will be set condition. If any one of the bit is 1, if any one of the single bit is 1, now the zero flag will be reset condition. Okay, here or z means return if result is 0, otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the program. And second one or n z means return if result is no 0. Return if result is no 0. If any one of the condition is 1, okay, now this condition will be satisfied, then return back to main program. Otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the program, next instruction of the subroutine program. Next RC means return if result is carry, and RNC means return if result is no carry. When the carry flag will be set and reset means any addition or subtraction. Suppose to add to 8 bit data, if result is more than 8 bit, at that time the carry flag will be set condition. Okay, suppose to subtract to 8 bit data to get some borrow from outer side, at that time also the carry flag will be set condition. Suppose to add to 8 bit data, if result is within 8 bit, okay, at that time the carry flag will be reset condition. Suppose to subtract to 8 bit data, result is within 8 bit, there is no borrow means at that time the carry flag will be reset condition. Return if result is carry. If result is carry means it will return back to main program, otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. RNC means return if result is no carry. This condition satisfied, now return back to main program, otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. Next RPO and RPE, both are it comes under parity flag. RPO means return if result is odd parity. Here RPE means return if result is even parity. When the parity flag will be set condition means any ALU result, even number of ones, D0 to D7, that result is even number of ones. Okay, at that time the parity flag will be set condition. If result is odd number of ones, D0 to D7, odd number of ones, at that time the parity flag will be reset condition. The even number of ones means the parity flag. This condition will be set. Set means return back to main program, otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. RPO means return if result is odd parity. Odd parity means odd number of ones in D0 to D7. Now at that time this condition will be satisfied. Now return back to main program, otherwise it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. Next RP and RM, both are it comes under sign flag. When the sign flag will be set condition, any ALU result, D7 bit equal to 1, now the sign flag will be set condition that result is negative result. If D7 bit 0, now the sign flag reset condition, now that result is positive result. RP, return if result is positive. Return if result is positive. When result will be positive, the D7 bit equal to 0. At that time, the sign flag will be reset condition. Now return back to main program. Otherwise, it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. RM means return if result is minus. If result is minus, when result will be minus, the D7 bit equal to 1. Any ALU result, the D7 bit is 1. Now the sign flag will be set condition. That result is negative result. At the time, this condition will be satisfied. Okay, result is minus. Now this condition will be satisfied means return back to main program. Otherwise, it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. Okay. Return. We have to write always subroutine program. We have to write always in subroutine program. There are two types of return. First one is unconditional return and second one is a conditional return. In unconditional return, we have to write always end of the subroutine program. Always end of the subroutine program. Then only it will return back to main program. Otherwise, it will retain in the subroutine program itself. For that, we can use a return concept. Unconditional return. If that condition satisfied, return back to main program. Otherwise, it will execute the next instruction of the subroutine program. Here, the condition return total 8 we can use in the subroutine program. Okay. Simple program concept using return instruction. This is for main program. Main program starting address 8100 and some instruction will be there, and 8110 address unconditional call. Now to call the 8200 address. After that some instruction and all to the program. This is for subroutine program. Now the subroutine program address 8200. Here some instruction will be there. 8210 or Z some instruction, or can see some instruction. This is for 8220 and then 8230 or 80. This is a concept for using return statement. This is for main program, this is for subroutine program. Here the subroutine program always we have to use the end of the subroutine program unconditional return instruction. When we can use this one means in main program there will be a call instruction. Here the call means this is for unconditional call. We have to call the given 16-bit address location program. We have to call the subroutine program. At the time, the end of the subroutine, always we have to write unconditional return instruction. Unconditional return instruction. First, the program counter, it will execute the 8100 address location. This is for this address will be loaded into program counter. Now the program counter will execute the 8100 address data. Next 8101, 8102, like that it will execute. After to reach the 8110 address, there will be unconditional call. Unconditional call means without any condition checking. Okay, now to call the given 16-bit address location program. Now to call the given 16-bit address location program. Now the microprocessor will execute the program, this order. When this reach 8110, here the unconditional call 8200 means now the next call address the program counter will be available. That address will be temporarily to push into stack pointer. Now after execute this one, now this address 8200 address now to transfer into program counter. Now the program counter it will execute this address location data. Now it will transfer sequence to here. Now this address 8200 will be to store in the program counter. Now program counter will execute the 8200 address location data. It will execute up to 8210. And here RZ means conditional return. Conditional return. RZ means return if result is 0. We have to check the previous instruction result, whether result is 0 or not. If result is 0, this condition will be satisfied. Then return back to next to the called instruction. Next to the called instruction. And the remaining will be skipped. And the remaining will be skipped. Suppose this condition unsatisfied, it will check the previous result. The result is no 0. Result is no 0 means this condition will be unsatisfied. Unsatisfied, it will not return back to main program. It will execute the next address. It will execute the next address. Next it will execute after reaching the 8200 address. There will be another conditional return instruction RNC. RNC means return if result is no carry. It will check the previous instruction result whether it is carry or not. If result is no carry, now return back to next to the call, and it will go to next to the call instruction when this condition satisfied. Suppose the result is carry. Okay, result is carry means at that time this condition will be unsatisfied. Unsatisfied means it will execute the next address location data. And end of the program 8230, here initialize RET return. RET return means unconditional return without any condition checking. Without any condition checking, it will return back to next to the call instruction. It will return back to next to the call instruction. At that time, now the program counter address will be pushed. Stack pointer address next call address available in the stack pointer. Now the stack pointer address move to program counter. Now the program counter will be execute the remaining instruction of the program. Okay, that's all. Next instruction RSTN. RSTN. This is for restart instruction. Restart. RST means restart instruction. Instruction. Here N represent for number. N represent for numbers. Okay. Restart means the restart, it is also called for software interrupt instruction. The restart instruction, it is also called for software instruction. Software instruction. Software interrupt instruction. Software interrupt instruction. RSTN. RSTN means RST0, RST1, RST2, RST3, RST4, RST5, RST6 and RST7. Total 8. Starting from RST0, RST1, RST2, RST3 and RST4 and RST5 and RST6, RST7. RST means restart. Restart n address location data. Here the n for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the restart instruction, or it is also called for software interrupt instruction. Software interrupt instruction. Here total 8 restart software interrupt instruction. The each instruction there will be a fixed vector address location. There will be a fixed vector address location. The each instruction, it consists of 8 memory address location. This is for fixed memory address location. This will be designed by manufacturer of Intel processor. The address will be fixed. RST 0, restart 0 means there will be an address 0000H to total 8 address location. 8 address location means 0 to 7, 0007H. Okay, RST 0, it consists of total 8 memory address location. Here RST 0 means it consists of total 8 memory address location. Now it will execute this memory address location data. Okay, in program, if you are giving RST 0 means it consists of total 8 memory address location starting from 0000 to 0007H. Total 8 memory address location. In this 8 memory address location, there will be some program. That program will be executed when this instruction executed. Next, RST 1. RST 1 means RST 1 also, it consists of 8 memory address location. Starting from next address 8 000 to total 8 address locations 008 9 A, B, C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, F, H. Total 8 address. And this is also total 8 address. Okay. Next RST 2. RST 2 also total 8 address location. Starting from next address 0010H to 00018H. Sorry, 17. This is for RST2. Like that, RST3, RST4, RST5, and RST6 and RST7. RST3, RS3. This is also consists of 8 address location starting from 00. This is for 2017. Next is 0018 address to 001FH. This is for RST3 and RST4 starting next address location. This is also it consists of 80 0020H to 0027H. Next RST5 0028H to 002FH. This is also 8-bit. And RST6 0030 to 0037H. This is also 8-bit. And RST7 total address 8-bit 003 8 to 003FH. Okay. This is a fixed memory address location for each restart software interrupt instruction. Each total restart 8 instructions available. This is for software interrupt instruction. Okay, this is for fixed memory address location. This fixed memory address location manufactured or designed by Intel processor. Okay, RST0 to RST7, each instruction it consists of 8 address location. It is a fixed memory. RST0 starting from 0000 to 0007H, like that. RST7 equal to 00382 003F. Total 8 into 8 equal to 64 memory address location. There will be a fixed memory address location for restore. Okay, suppose RST5 means it will execute the 0028 to 002F memory address location data. This is a fixed memory address location. In this address location, program will be executed. For that, we can use restart N instruction. The restart N instruction, it is also called for software interrupt instruction. Total 8 restart instruction, RST0 to RST7. Each instruction there will be a fixed memory address location. Total 8-bit memory address location. This address location will be manufactured or designed by Intel processor. It is a fixed. Okay, it is not change. Okay. Last instruction for branching instruction set, PCHL. Here the PCHL means the given HL register per content. The given HL register per address. Now to move into program counter. Okay, here HL, the given HL, suppose example LXI H, 8507H, 8507H, but the program address 8500H. Okay, the 8500, this is the program starting address for program. Okay, now this address will be loaded into program counter. Now the program counter will execute this address location data. Okay. If you want to execute directly to 8507 address, at the time first we have to initialize the address in HL register pair. LXI H, 850 means this is for L register and this is for H register. Now instead of 8500, we have to execute this address location data directly at the time. Okay, we have to give the PCHL. PCHL means HL register. Here the H for 85 and N for 07. This address will be transferred to the program counter. Now the program counter, it will execute this address location data. Now the program counter, it will execute this address location data. For that, we can use the PCHL instruction. Okay, these are the instructions in branching instruction set. Number 1, jump. Number 2, call. Number 3, return. Number 4, RSTM. Number 5, PCHL. In jump, there are 2 types, conditional and unconditional jump. Call also, there are 2 types, conditional and unconditional call. And return also, there are 2 types, conditional return and unconditional return. The main difference between conditional and unconditional. Unconditional means without any condition checking. Okay, directly jump or call or return the given address locations. The given 16-bit address. Okay, and conditional jump means it will check the condition. There are 8 conditional jump, 8 conditional call, 8 return instructions. It will check the condition whether that condition satisfies. That condition true means it will return or it will call or it will jump the given 16-bit address location. Otherwise, execute the next address location data. And the fourth one, RSTN. RSTN means restart N. Okay, this restart N means it is also called for software interrupt instruction. Software interrupt instruction. Here there will be a fixed memory address location for each restart. We can start with RST0 to RST7. Total 8 restart instruction. Each instruction it consists of 8 memory address location. This address location will be fixed by the manufacturer by Intel processor. And last one, PCHL means HL register pair address. Now to move into program counter. Now the program counter will be executed the given HL register pair address locations. For that we can use this instruction. That's all. Thank you.